Meredith was pretty healthy at birth, but she did have trouble eating, breastfeeding. She was very slow to gain weight, and she was still yellow at 6 weeks. So I went in for an appointment. That was kind of the date that everything started to kind of fall apart.
The diagnosis that Meredith has is a rare disease called biliary atresia. It's the #1 reason why a child will ever need to be transplanted.
Biliary atresia is where the bile ducts were not existent in her liver. Because that was missing, bile was backing up in her liver, which made her yellow, and it was slowly poisoning her body.
Although we have a positive expectation for this disease, we do know that kids die, and we have that frank conversation with families.
She just started to go downhill. So they ended up doing emergency exploratory surgery. Ended up that she had had intussusception, so her small intestine had telescoped on itself. So they ended up cutting out 16 inches of her small intestine.
We didn't know what to expect. It had been one of those journeys where anything that could go wrong was going to go wrong.
We were pretty convinced that transplant was in our future and probably near future. We already had the diagnosis, but it was scary words to hear, okay, next step is your child gets a new liver. So we were terrified. But I just remember feeling it's either this or continuing to watch my child die.
One of the transplant nurse practitioners came in, and she looked at me and she said, "Did you hear the news?" And she had her paperwork. And she said, "We have a donor."
How grateful are we that we were hospitalized, then the next day get the call, and then the next day get a new liver. But then again, there's also those same emotions. Somebody just lost a child, and mine will live because of all of this. So it's a very emotional reality. It was the team at Children's that got her weight to a point that she could take on that new liver. I feel like so many people in our lives have been a part of a miracle, and we've just told people, I mean, what you can do to make a difference is sign up to be an organ donor.
After her transplant, it was like flipping a switch. She was happy, she was comfortable, she was laughing.
She doesn't let any of the things that have impacted her throughout her life hold her back. We are now 1 year post-transplant. She has not had rejection, and she's doing fantastic. Just started living her life finally.